because the world is always going to be loud. The external expectations are always going to be there. There's always going to be more to do. But when we can find that connection to ourselves, have that discernment of what is ours and what is not, we naturally slow down. Hey beautiful, welcome to Naturally Empowered Living, your safe space to guiding you on your unapologetic self-awakening journey. This is your weekly sanctuary for waking up from autopilot and transforming the way you approach life through the power of meditation, energetics, and root cause therapy. It is my mission to help you heal unprocessed emotions and release stuck energies by alchemizing your struggle cycles into opportunities for deep self-love, awareness, trust, and connection, to return to your innate essence of being, stepping back into your energy of alignment. Because here, we honor all parts of ourselves, the messy and the magic, the shadows and the light, embodying all parts that make you, you. So if you are ready to get to the root of cultivating real change, get cozy, grab your journal and maybe favorite crystals, and let's discover our power within together. Hello, fam! Welcome back to another episode of the Naturally Empowered Living podcast. This is your host, guide, and mentor in all things energetics, emotions, and self-awakening, Jenna Smith. And I just ended that. Jenna Smith. I felt like I came down on that too soon. But oh my goodness, what a day today has been. Oh, it's just been all the feels. I actually just closed up writing some notes from root cause therapy sessions and, sending client protocols and just being at the office all day, seeing the sun shining. Where I live, the sun hasn't been shining a lot lately. And we've had snow and rain. We've had all 4 seasons, rain, sleet, snow, hail, just all the things in the past 2 weeks, not even kidding. That is spring in the Midwest. And just having it be sunny outside, it just is a whole other level. And I just have to share this because it has left me on it's just, okay. The best compliment that I could ever receive from someone or a client, I received it today. And it just had me in all the feels. I got tears in my eyes. And it was just so nonchalantly said, but it's so, and she meant it obviously, but it just, the weight that this comment holds, she said, there's just something so different and special. And I'm going to butcher what she said. This is just in a nutshell as I'm coming down from this, right? But she essentially said how much she appreciates sessions with me, root cause therapy sessions to be specific, but that part doesn't matter. She just appreciates the space that's held within my sessions because I really help awaken the self-trust, in her. And, speaking to other modalities or other experiences that she's had, she felt very much told, quote unquote, what to do or how to feel or what she should experience or the next right thing to do or whatever. And she just said she appreciates how much this has helped her in her own self-trust and her own self-confidence. And I looked at her because she was and she kept talking. It was just in conversation. And I'm just that is the best compliment that I could have ever received. So thank you. Thank you for telling me that because it truly is the best compliment because I'm not you and you are not me. Who am I to tell you what to do? Who am I to tell you how to live your life? But yes, I am here to help you, guide you into making that connection and that clarity, have that clarity and peace and sovereignty within yourself. Hell fucking yes. Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome to episode 175. What episode are we on today? I'm just so ready to dive into this. This hopefully will be a short and sweet episode, honestly. I want to rattle off with you because lately I personally have been reminded of the power of coming back to the basics and the simplicity and the fundamentals. So that's what we're going to kind of dive into a little bit here. Any guesses? Any guesses what we're talking about? I really want to just preface this and have it be that hook, that hook dagger of to keep you here listening, is to lay this out there that not everything that supports your mental health or your healing or your trauma or your thing that you're trying to fix, quote unquote, here. Not everything that supports that looks like therapy. Okay? It doesn't look like slapping a Band-Aid on it. I'm not saying therapy is a Band-Aid. I'm just continuing on that. That this principle here, like, it doesn't look like always prescribing that medicine to put that Band-Aid to, go to therapy. There's something that we don't talk about enough. And that's how easy it is to get pulled away from the simple, fundamental pieces of life. Because in a world that is so constantly telling us to do more, learn more, add more, the pressure is here, do more, optimize, fix this, figure this out, should. For me, lately, it's not about adding anything new. And maybe for you, like adding that new habit or like coming to this place, this discernment of simplicity or, building some habits. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's not like you shouldn't be adding something new. Absolutely not what I'm saying. It's about returning to what feels good to you. Reminding yourself of the simplicity in life, of the habits that truly move the needle. And this is bringing me back to like my personal development days with Brendan Burchard. He was the first one that ever said this that really struck a chord with me. I've seen him live a couple times, and he would say, like, you know deep down what, like, the habits that could help you in XYZ. Like, we know deep down what can help this part of what I'm wanting to make a change, or this part of eating healthier, getting up earlier, minimizing stress, like whatever your thing is, feeling more whole, more embodied, having a regulated nervous system. Like we always want, to either change or come back to, or whatever that might be. And his talk wasn't even in like an intuition talk. He's like a high performance coach, right? Like he's always like the consistency, the high performance habits. But that little nugget is like, we know what we quote unquote should be doing, but it's like, it's the how, right? And then it's like easier said than done. Like, yeah, okay, this is simple, but it's hard to do, or whatever. So what I'm bringing this full circle into is I just want to share with you what has been helping me lately ground myself, in regulating my nervous system, in supporting me in a way that feels sustainable. Because so often, right, it's like, oh my gosh, how can I either afford this subscription every month, or this supplement every month, or to do this, what is that called, 90 hard 75? Gosh, I can't not think of it right now. 75 hard. Is that what it's called? But like that's not something that's like sustainable 24/7, like life type stuff, right? The simplicities, the flows, what feels good. And that changes. That is ebbs and flows of life too. Because even in this healing space of this podcast, of my practice, of, my house, of my being, it can always feel like we're trying to do something to feel better, right? Can we all kind of agree with that? And my opinion, I feel that keeping the simple, fundamental approach is powerful. Because the truth is, like, those are usually often the things that support us the most. And then we just throw on all the trending supplements, or throw on all this fancy rigmarole. But the core principle, the fundamental principle, is getting up a little earlier, or getting sunrise in the morning, or fueling your body, like eating the food groups, right? Like it's all these little things that we make so complicated. So I want to share some simple practices that have been truly quietly supporting. And I say quietly because they're so simple, and like they're just kind of anchored into my normal habits throughout the day. But they have been loudly supporting my mental, emotional, and spiritual health lately. And they're not groundbreaking. They're grounding. Okay, we're coming back to the basics, the fundamentals. And sometimes I feel like that's what we need. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you, because I was just talking to a girlfriend. Like I was talking to a friend. She's like, sometimes I just need you to tell me what to do. Not, like I want to just be told what to do. So here we are. I'm going to tell you if you're looking for new ideas of what to do. See, and it's even hard for me to say that because I'm like, I don't want to tell you what to do. So if these feel good, if they resonate, these are some of the biggest things that I've been leaning on lately. And the first one is one of the biggest things that I've been leaning into is supporting my nervous system through my body. Okay, so really bringing that felt sense online, bridging that connection to mind body. Okay, so things like using my acupressure mat. Oh my gosh, absolutely incredible. I mean, just the benefits of acupuncture. And now you can buy like acupressure mats. Obviously, it's not like going to acupuncture, but very much beneficial. And also foam rolling. Using my foam roller to get that fascia release, to really breathe into these tender tension spots within my body. And again, I'm not like, sometimes I am trying to physically fix like a muscle, a tender muscle or like a knot or something. But it's also about building and bridging my felt sense, feeling those sensations in my body, allowing that my body to release tension, to connect my breath to that tension, paying attention to allowing energy to move, really allowing my system to come back into regulation. And I'm witnessing it firsthand. And like I just said too, a lot of times I do pair this with my breath, because your breath, that's autonomic. You're doing that automatically without needing to physically try, right? So anchoring that to something that you know is safe, you know it's steady, you know it's happening. Bam. And also a little add-on here, I'll turn on like sound frequency and just allow myself to be in it, like while I'm foam rolling or while I'm laying on my mat, my acupressure mat, and I'll turn on like binaural beats or chakra clearing or, a specific chakra sound frequency. And I just let myself be in it. I love it. And like that doubles as a meditation time. It doubles as quiet time, as stillness. And another thing that kind of anchors into that's been really supportive is how I approach my movement. I'm going to say that again because I stumbled over my words. I'm talking really fast because I'm just really excited. But something else that's been really supportive is how I approach my movement. So I've been aligning my workouts, my exercise with my cycle, with my menstrual cycle, listening to what my body has capacity for that day. Okay. Instead of being like, oh my gosh, what should I be doing? What's, next on my calendar? I haven't followed, a guided workout regimen in years, but like, what should I be doing today? I should be lifting heavy or whatever it might be. Instead, I've been asking, what does my body need today? Like, what feels good? What will feel nourishing to me today? And that shift alone has made movement so much more supportive. I've been seeing results because I have like that fascia release, that energetic, that intention of the energy moving, and it's less draining. And no matter what kind of movement I'm doing, there's an intentional connection to my body and my energy flow. Like that's always a non-negotiable. And number 3, that's been a really big one for me too, is allowing myself to feel my emotions without trying to fix them. I think so many of us, for ourselves, for our significant others, for our children, like we so instinctively want to immediately problem solve what we're feeling, right? To analyze, to make it go away, to figure it out. Solutions, stop. Or, shove it under the rug because I have XYZ to do and I can't feel this right now, right? There's so many different layers. But lately, and what I've really brought intention into in my practice within my workspace and the free events that I've been hosting lately is to make a point of saying, bringing that space to feel just with curiosity, not trying to fix. Allowing your emotions to move through your body before reacting. Call it a pause. Call it a 5. Okay? Allowing those sensations, that wave, to move through your body first without judgment, without rushing it, without trying to change it or fix it. Allow it to be. And you might be thinking like, well, how the fuck do I do that? You truly just bring your intention, bring your awareness, bring your breath to that felt sense. Like if you're feeling tightness in your chest, feel it. Like, does it feel like pressure? Does it feel like needles? Does it feel hot? Like bring your senses into it and just breathe through it. Stay curious and open to what is coming up for you. And you might think like, well, how does it go away? Maybe it won't. But a lot of times, the more that you bring that attention to it without trying to fix it, you're opening a door for it to possibly get a little more intense, reach its climax, and dissipate. And with that dissipation, if that's a word, comes the clarity. Then comes the solutions. Because you rode that wave. And when you give yourself that space, they begin to move a lot more naturally and they flow more freely instead of like getting stuck, if that makes sense. And number 4 is I've been coming back to really simple grounding rituals, like foot soaks. Oh my gosh. We've been really sick this past season and I was like bound and determined. I'm like, we got the essential oils, we got the Reiki, like we got all my tools, all my practices. And foot soaks, like it just came to me one day and I'm just like, you know what? There's a lot to say here. We have so many nerve endings in our feet. Like there's something to say with that natural detox, right? And then using gravity to allow it to come out our feet. There's something so regulating about it. But then also, the ingredients in that foot soak also hold their own benefits, like bentonite clay, really attaching to those free radicals, pulling them out of your body. Okay, helping with circulation, I put rosemary and lavender and apple cider vinegar, really helping that circulation, reducing inflammation. There's so many benefits to things that maybe not bentonite clay, but Epsom salt, right? So many things that we typically have around the house or that's easily accessible. Warm water, right? Allowing those pores to open. It helps shift stagnant energy, helps me reset, come back into the body. It's a fun activity, a little ritual to do with the kids, and it opens curiosity and conversation with them. And I will say, I have something really special coming that is actually already here. It's not even coming. Part of it is already here. I have a collaboration coming soon, but I'm so excited to share that I'm selling these detoxifying foot soaks at Rooted Collective 201 in Blanchardville. Oh my gosh. Got Epsom salt, bentonite clay, dried rosemary, lavender, and then the collaboration is some will be infused with CBD also for that added benefit. Like, oh my gosh. So details in the show notes or shoot me a message. I could tell you pricing or all those things, whatever you're looking for, but it is truly really beautiful how that unfolded. Story for another day. Number 5 is meditation. Y'all should know this about me by now. Meditation saved me postpartum, had no idea what I was doing. And then I come to terms, I'm like, oh, was I like meditating? Like, again, a story for a different day. But meditation has always been a really big anchor for me since becoming a mom. And it's not like you have to sit perfectly still, legs crossed, quiet your mind 20, 30, 40, 60 minutes a day. Absolutely not. There's a reason that I'm certified in instinctive meditation to allow your body, your mind to naturally allow whatever is meant to be processed through you in those moments, small moments of just being, even a few minutes of connecting back to myself, creating that space, connecting with my breath, allowing myself, that quietness to just allow what is meant to come up to be, whatever is meant to move through, And I found that like stopping chasing that clarity or forcing XYZ, just making that space for it, it meets me there, right? We have it so ass backwards. We're trying to force, we're trying to control, we're trying to do XYZ. But when you just make the space for it to come to you, it does. And number 6, something that might seem really simple, but it's made a huge difference, is for me personally, prioritizing protein at every meal. Like, it supports my body physically. It helps support me, emotionally. It helps my mood stay more stable, my blood sugar, my energy is more consistent. I feel more resourced, like to actually show up for myself. I'm satiated longer. I'm holding space easier. And like all that to say, like having that, it might not be protein for you. It might be something else, but I just know as women, I don't want to bring a stereotype or stigmas, but I know protein sometimes is very hard. Iron-rich, protein-fueled foods sometimes are very hard, again, based on our cycles, right? And I found that I'm able to navigate emotions and really like move through things simpler. And I do feel that prioritizing protein is a huge part of that. And lastly, number 7 is I've been getting out of my comfort zone. Doing things I normally would not do. I could go on and on the past year and a half, but just allowing myself to be stretched. And just think about yoga. Like we don't stretch to break. We stretch to allow what's meant to be. We stretch to bring more fluidity. We stretch and then come back, right? In a way that feels supportive and safe. Like growth doesn't always happen inside what's familiar. It does, obviously it does. If you're in alignment and like you're in your flow, absolutely. But I've just been reminding myself a lot lately that I know my weak points, like putting myself out there, leading, community-based, collective-based things in person, like allowing myself to expand and staying with me in the process. Like, this is scary. I'm nervous. Oh my gosh, I've never done this before. I like to be at home, like I'm a homebody, whatever that might be, right? So not abandoning myself in the process. All good stuff. And all to say, like I shared those 7 things just as a reminder, like for you to connect with what feels good to you. Maybe one of those things was a good reminder for you or something that you might want to try. But not everything that supports your well-being, your embodiment, has to be complicated. Okay? Sometimes it is the simple things that maybe we just need to come back to, be reconnected to, be connected with. And that makes a big difference too. Because the world is always going to be loud. The external expectations are always going to be there. There's always going to be more to do. But when we can find that connection to ourselves, have that discernment of what is ours and what is not, we naturally slow down. And we naturally feel more at peace. We naturally, as a byproduct, start to listen more, feel more supported, connected. And those little things do matter. So thank you so much for listening today and being with my energy today. I know that I talked really fast and I was just really hyped up for this episode. So thank you for being here with me also. And until next week, as always, simply be you. You have everything inside of you to learn your energy of alignment and be unapologetic in who you are. I'm sending my love and so much light.
Did you find this episode freeing or empowering? Please read my review. Tickle, boop.
Thank you for spending this sacred time with me on Naturally Empowered Living. If this episode brought you closer to stepping into your energy of alignment, I'd love for you to leave a written review and share how this show has supported your journey. Your feedback truly lights me up and helps others find the space of transformation. And sharing it with someone who might need it spreads the ripple of healing even further. Be sure to check the show notes for ways to connect with me and explore personalized healing sessions and mentorships to deepen your self-awakening journey. Thank you. I appreciate all you are and all you do.